Hey guys, Percy here from Pro-Lift Training FNQ, Cairns North. Today we're going to be running a EWP pre-start on a boom lift. So first things first, let's grab one of our harnesses. Rightio, I might grab this harness here. I noticed that it's got an out of service tag on there. The tag says it's got a split plastic on dorsal area, so I can see here straight away that's the defect. And I'm not going to use that, and I'm going to be putting that out of range of our service gear. I'm going to grab another harness, and I'm going to be looking for defects on our harness. So defects on the dorsal, the D-ring, any rust, dings, twists, deformities. It's free moving, no humidity, no mold in there. I work my way down. The right shoulder strap, reading any safety decals. These two here are for retrieval attachments for a rescue. As I work my way down, I can see that I got a manufacturer's tag. Tag's going to tell me manufacturer's details, website, Australian Standard 1891.1, link to SAI Global. We've got some general instructions. We've got fitting instructions, and we've also got a make, model, date of manufacturer 2018, and removed from service July 2028. So far, I'm looking at my webbing. So UV damage, chemical damage, burns, holes, cuts, fraying. The stitching is okay. I can look at my buckles. I'll test those shortly. Same deal with the dorsal. Any rust, dings, deformity, bends, twists. Front dorsal, same deal. Rear straps, webbing, UV, chemical, burns, holes, cuts, stitching, fraying. Check out my pelvic strap, no damage. Leg straps, have a feel as well if you can feel any burns or cuts. Right, I reckon we're looking pretty good there. I'm going to grab my harness. I'm going to grab my lanyard, and I'll be looking for defects on my lanyard. So do my clips, hooks, carabiners come open without a twin action at a minimum? 1, 2. No bends, twists, rust, deformities. It's free flowing in the termination of the shock absorber. Shock absorber plastic is in good nick. It's not cut. This one has got a weight limit on it. Maximum user 140. I'd be about half that. Span set, manufacturer's details, Australian Standard 1891. We got data manufacturer, data removal, December 2022. This one's a shorty. Rope adjustable lanyard, checking my terminations, my stitching, my plastic, my webbing, my rope, my Kermandel rescue line rope. No UV damage, chemicals, burns, cuts, tears, wears. Same deal with my adjuster. Check my buckle out. Clips, hooks, carabiners. No damage, defects, dings, twists, rusts, nicks, cut. Righto. Just fit it like a jacket. Right shoulder, left shoulder. I always start from the top, just in case it's got a chest strap and a pole strap attachment. Buckles are working okay. This one's got no pole strap attachment, so we're good to go straight for the legs. Start at the top, whatever's left over. That'll be for your legs. And we might have a small twist in it here. Righto, buckles are in. Buckles are in. Get the boys out the front there. Tuck any loose straps away. Righto. Can I put a palm down there and make a fist? Not really. Oh, I can on that one. Is it the right height Do I need to adjust it? Can I shorten up my chest strap? Am I comfortable? Grab your lanyard, hang him off out the front there. It's not long enough to get caught in your knees. It's not dragging on the ground. I've got two hands free. I've got some two-way radios if I'm going to be using POS comms. Test my two-way radios. Can I get a radio check, please? Wait for a transmission to come back so it transmits and receives. It's in good condition. I'd hang that around my neck to make sure that I didn't drop it on the ground. I just hang him off in my pen pocket here. She fits pretty good. How could we test the wind speed for our work area? $20 on eBay. Got an enometer. I'll take that up in the basket with me. I'll tie him off there now. Rightio. Next thing, hazards in the work area. So I got the airport, I got wind, rain, sun, people, vehicles. I got trailers, I got utes, I got forklifts, I got EWPs, ground conditions, obstructions nearby, controls. So controls are going to go and put some barricading in place. I got secure barricading so no people can come into my work area. If they do, they're going to need to contact me. I've got key for the EWP and first step, logbook. So we need to know, is this logbook right for the machine? Check out your little yellow pouch usually. Rightio, so with our logbook, all the instructions on what to check for on a pre-start are on the front. Serial number ending in 1172. I'll go around to the side of the machine. With the genies, they're situated inside the engine bay here. So I'm going to come and stand over here and then check out my machine. So I've got my silver data plate here. It's a model Z45XC. This is a new boom from Skyreach. It's a 2021 model. First commission in 2021. 1172, serial number 1172, 2020 model. Machine unladen weight, 7,206 kilos. It's got foam-filled foam-filled tires. We've got a maximum, so we've got two ranges now. So you can actually have 3 occupants in the basket, weighing up to 454, close up, and then further out in your range, 300 kilos. And that's an automatic load placement in the basket, so it'll tell you whether you're good for it or not. We've got side force, 400 newtons of side force, whether it be some type of pushing, pulling, wind factor in there before it affects the stability of the machine. We've got 4.5 degrees maximum allowable inclination of the chassis. So as per the EWP Code of Practice, 12.5 meters a second. We've got a maximum platform height of 13.86 meters. And we've got a maximum platform reach of 7.55 meters. Gradability, 45%. And the country manufacturer, United States. We've got a commission plate up here for 1172 serial number. Beautiful, 2021. Rightio. So with our logbook, has it had a pre-start done today? No, last pre-start was done yesterday on the 10th of the 5th by G. Percy. Signed it off there in the pink section. So this is where any faults will be recorded, and then on the right hand side, has that fault been rectified by the fitter? None here. She's a beautiful brand new machine. And 3 monthly inspections. So it's had an annual on the 28th of the 1st, 2021. So we don't need another annual for another 12 months, but it looks like Skyreach, they give it a 3-month inspection every time it goes out on hire. So it's had one done a week after that, another week after that, and it's had 8 3 monthlies in the last 4 months. I know last one was done on the 4th of the 5th, a couple of days ago. Right at the back, Skyreach will always put out a hard copy of their annual inspection, and they'll also send out an extra spare piece of paper so you can send that off to your client for your 3 monthly and your annual. Righto? Okay, so I'm not finished with the book yet because I have to sign that when it's complete. So I'm just going to put this in the tray on the basket, and then I'm going to start back at my chassis. So while I'm here, I can pull my slew ring out, okay, and I can check any lifting and tie down points for any damage, pins and retainers for my axle, check my decals here for my steering directions and my driving directions. It's still isolated at the moment. I'll check my data plate, commission plate. I've got a spirit level just here as well, reading pretty good inside the inner circle, so I'm in within 4.5 degrees. I can check out my axles, check out my tyres. So these are foam filled. So if I have a look where my pressure gauge is, my tyre gauge, and have a look diagonally across from that, there will be a plug screw. So that's how they fill the foam filled tyres. So they're foam filled, condition, splits, cracks, chunks, UV damage, uneven wear, no leaks on the inside of my rims, outside of my rims, no leaks on the drive, wheel nuts are in good condition, rims in good condition. While I'm here, I'll just have a look on the outside for any warning decals. Be aware of the battery, the electrocution, we've got acid burns, flammables, read the manual. Warning, must have proper training for operation and maintenance, and beware of your power lines. So check your state and territory electrical safety act for those distances. Up inside the engine bay, we'll start on the inside. So this is the Deutz engine. She's diesel, and you get to pull out the engine compartment. Righto, and inside here, we can see our slew bolt, we can see our slew ring, we can see our oil cooler, battery connection, corrosion, security, maintenance free, no indicators on there. Just on the inside here, we've got our engine oil dipstick. So I'll just take that out. I'll give him another double dip. Beautiful. I'm just going to poke my head in here now. So inside, I can have a look for any oil filters, have a look for any leaks on the side of the engine, no bolts missing, broken hoses for hydraulics. I can have a look on the ground as well for no oil leaks. I'm happy there. I got a fan and a belt inside here. Air hoses, air filter is in here. I'll close this one up and I'll lock up my tray, my engine tray. On the outside, air hoses, exhaust, no leaks on the engine, and we've got a little bit of a leak going on here. It must be coming from the exhaust. Yep, we'll note that down. Hydraulic hoses, filters. Righto. I've got some safety decals, so warning, tip over hazard, do not use air-filled tyres. No oil up on the cowling. Righto. Another wheel, foam filled, there's your screw plug diagonally across from your valve, where they used to use it for the pressure, for air-filled tyres. Splits, cracks, chunks, UV damage, uneven wear, rim damage, wheel nuts, oil leaks on the drive. We've got steering cylinders down here, hydraulic hoses, pins and retainers. We've got dampeners here for our suspension if we go into a hole, pins and retainers, tie down and lift points, pins and retainers for your oscillating axle. Dampeners, hydraulic hoses, steering cylinders, pins and retainers, leaks inside our rim, tyres, splits, cracks, chunks, UV damage, uneven wear, rim damage, wheel nuts are in good condition. There's another screw hole for our foam-filled tyres. Come around the right-hand side here, we've got some safety decals, power lines. D for diesel, this is your fill side. Careful of any acid burn, flammable. Instructions on how to use the machine, ground controls. We'll keep on coming around. Slew ring, okay, no oil. That's a compartment where they send out a harness off a hired machine, and they charge a bit of extra money. We got our own. No leaks on the ground. Chassis looks okay. Screw plug hole here. Rim damage. Wheel nuts. No oil leaks from your drive. Tires, splits, cracks, chunks, UV damage. Uneven wear. Axles looking okay. Chassis looking okay. More safety decals. We've gone through our directional stickers there. Lights in good condition. Righto. Yeah. Let's have a look. Control panel's in good condition. My gauges are in good condition. Diesel fill point, hydraulic oil tank, level, temperature gauge, hoses, valves, fill point for my hydraulic oil, pumps, RCD for my 240, no leaks, no damage. Righto, so what I'm going to do is, you've got to turn the machine on, and then I'm going to check my gauges. So I'm just going to close on my decal. I'm just going to go zip around the other side and turn my isolator on. No, I don't have to. I got it here. Righto. I'm just going to turn the machine on and check my gauges. Green for go. The gauges are working great. I've got oil pressure, temperature on my oil, battery volts, levels okay on my hydraulic oil. Raise the machine up. So does it work without the dead man? Dead man, up we go, all clear. Check out my LCD, engine hours, battery volts. E-stop works. Take the key out, put it in my pocket so no one else can use the machine. And I'm just going to have a visual of my boom. So, having a look at my boom pivot pins and retainers, hydraulic hoses, hydraulic cylinders for leaks, boom for any rust, flaking paint, bends, dings, looking at any wear pads, looking at any sensors, hydraulic hoses, electrical lines, pins for my boom pivots, pins for my cylinders, hydraulic hoses, have a look and up my boom, check my wear pads, oil cooler, up and down my boom, having a look at, so I've extended my boom, so I raised my primary so I can have a visual. I've extended out my secondary extension so I can have a look at my wear pads, have a look at my boom, cracks, pins, hydraulic hoses, cylinders, pins and retainers for my cylinders, pivot points, any leaks, any damage, electrical, checking out my big bolt for my basket attached to my basket jib, electrical, hydraulic, no damage, work my way around the basket, kick rail, mid rail, top rail. Now this is pretty cool. This machine's got 8 anchor points, can hold up to 3 occupants. They're all sign labeled, so 1 person only, okay? And there's 8 anchors, 1, 2, 3, 4, same on the other side. Have a look under the basket, any damage under the basket, no, all good. Checking out my handrails, anchors, check the welds, check the floor, righto, check any damage, has it got a self-closing gate, does it have a operator's manual? Yes. Z45XC, beautiful. No damage to the controls that I can see until I get in the basket. Got a crash bar there as well. Got the iced coffee drink holders here and an ashtray. Safety decals, so tip over alarms, overweight alarms, tip over hazards for uneven ground. Watch your head, watch your fingers when you're going up and down on the handrails. We got power lines, we got a range diagram here for our weights. So 454 kilos up to 5 meters. Past 5 meters, you're only good for 300 kilos. We've got 3 people in the basket up within 5 meters, or 2 people in the basket past 5 meters to 7.5 meters. We got wind speeds here, 12.5 meters a second as per the code of practice. Maximum allowable manual force, 400 newtons of side loading force before it affects the stability of the machine. We got great abilities here stowed on our slopes, and the higher people have gone and stuck an EWPA, Elevating Work Platform Australia Association, power line distances there for us. Thank you. No damage to your dead man down here, looks okay. Work our way around. Is this a self-closing gate opening inwards? Yes, nearly. We've got anchor points. We've got 240 here. It's got a sticker in the machine as well to say it's had a 3-monthly check. Working our way around the machine again. Same thing up the left-hand side. Basket, bolts, hydraulic hoses, electrical lines, any damage, damage to our booms, electrical line, hydraulic line, cylinders, pins, retainers, cable trays in good condition, boom, there's our retainer, there's our pins. We've got our wear pads here. We've got wear pads here, so no steel on steel. Checking out all of our bolts, pins. We've got some safety decals here, hydraulic cylinders, hoses. And I'm having a good look for any defect. Righto. One last look up the rear here. And I'm pretty happy now to move over to my ground control. Righto, so ground control checks. So what we're going to do first is I've checked my e-stop, I've checked my ignition, I've checked one control without the dead man and with the dead man. What I might do is just check. Green for go, so pull the e-stop out. I'll just explain, so key to the left is for platform operation. You can just turn it off and it'll shut down, or if you're quick enough, you can flick over and it'll go to wheel for ground control. So e-stop out, green for go. Dead man, high range, low range for our revs. I'm just going to go around the world, make sure our controls don't work without the dead man. Righto, I'll just hit that e-stop, pull it back out, activate your battery backup power, choose your function. Righto. Green for go again. What I'll do now is I'm just going to check by 500. So up 500, down 500, out 500, in 500 millimeters. So, dead man, check my slew. Check my basket. Tube extension. Retract and extend on my secondary. Up on the secondary, down on the secondary, up on the primary, and down on the primary. Rightio. So far, I'm able to now do my first lift. So we've got a height restriction here of 11 meters. We're going to take it up to about 11 meters. That's our first lift. When we come down, we'll move on to our second lift. T to the ground control, green for go. And dead man, I'll just retract that boom in. I'll send him up on the secondary. Send him up on the primary as well. So yeah, doing dual controls. I wanted to go a little bit faster, or I could turn the rabbit revs on. That'll just be a lot noisier for me in the video. Rightio. First lift, 11 meters. Bring it back down. Start testing my dead man. Does it stop when I take my hand off the dead man? Yes. So I just extended it out a little bit because I got a little leg so I can get in the basket at a nice height. Turn my ignition over to platform. He stops out. Beautiful. Righto, so as I go around and approach my basket, I want 2 hands free. I'm going to be 3 points of contact facing the machine. First thing I do when I jump in, I'm going to just have one more check of my anchor point. Adjust my lanyard if need be. Rightio, I could probably go a little bit shorter. Yeah. I don't reckon I'm coming out if I get catapulted somehow. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same control checks in the EWP platform. So I'll put my e-stop out, green for go. Righto, so I'll just test my e-stop. Pull my e-stop back out. If I have my foot on the dead man and I try and start, it's not going to work. I can try my battery backup power. So pull my e-stop out, foot on the dead man, activate battery backup power, choose your function. Righto. I can test my buzz bar, put my foot on the dead man, and my crash bar, okay? That's just there, just in case I'm operating, and I lean over the control. Not going to push me up into a piece of steel. Righto, so if I try to test my crash bar without my foot on the dead man, it's not going to work. After that, I'm good to go, green for go. And I'm just going to go and test my controls to make sure nothing works without the dead man. Righto, I'm going to go around the world, okay? Check my 500s, 500 mil up, 500 mil down, 500 out, 500 in. Foot on the dead man. First control is primary. If I take my foot off the dead man, does it stop? Yes. So 500 up. Going to suck my jib in, jib out. Up on my primary. Down on my primary. Up on my secondary. Down on my secondary. Check my horn. Baskets. This one's got an auto self-leveler. So wherever I leave it, that's where it'll level to. Rightio, revs. I got fast drive, slow drive. I got travel. So I've got arrows on my travel. So yellow arrow, and I can see a yellow arrow on the chassis. Yellow arrow this way, so I pull the joystick this way. I can slowly drive forward and test all my steering. I got steering symbols on my chassis there, blue and yellow. Try my drive forwards is working. And I've also got some weight alarms here if I overload the machine. I've got my 2 ranges for my up close and my further out there for the new machine load range. I've got some power here for 240. And I've got a drive enable. So if I slew this machine out past the axles at this end, the machine wants me to register which direction am I going, so I don't go in the opposite direction, go into a trench. So it's a drive enable, the light will come on, and then I'll have to activate my drive enable, my dead man, and then drive in the right direction, okay? We've got a compartment here that we can use to close up and lock for after hours to stop any public use. So I'm just going to get set up for my second and third lift from the platform. I'm going to retract in my boom. Get myself in a nice travel position. And my first lift is that corner. My second lift is just at the hook of the crane. So I'm going to travel now. All clear. And just so everyone knows, I've got a spotter. I've got Sam, the other trainer. He's just nearby as a spotter. He knows the machine, knows the rescue procedure, and knows the process in case anything went wrong. So I can maneuver my machine. So I've come up here for a visual inspection on the flashing. I'll have a look. Beautiful. Right, so I've just come to have a look at the if it requires any grease on the swivel on the hook, and there's plenty on there. And now I'm just lining up my machine to park in the designated park-up area. You can hear the descending alarm when a component of the machine, the primary, secondary, or jib, is coming down. You can hear that alarm. I'm just going to leave enough room here so Mombi can jump out. I've turned the machine off. I've got no damage to my controls. I'll detach my lanyard. 3 points of contact when you're leaving the machine, facing the machine. Righto, from there, I'm going to take my harness off. I'll put my harness back in the designated area. And no readings that I need to be worried about on the meter. We only went up to 4 meters a second. I've got my pre-start logbook here. I can knock up, see the 11th of the 5th, 21, 800 AM, G Percy house. No faults other than a bit of oil leak. A bit of muck just there near the exhaust. So I'll write that down in here. Righto, our hire company will get that and have a look at it. This can go back now in our plastic sleeve. Righto, zip him up so we don't get any rain on there. And pick a point on your machine and then start doing a post-operational check. No damage to the controls. Decals are okay. Book's still there. Gates are in good condition. Basket's okay. Top rail, mid rail, kick rail, anchors. No damage to the 240. Electrical, hydraulic. Cylinders, no leaks. Didn't hit anything. Didn't hear any loud noises. No damage. Power's off. Slew locks in. Tyres are okay. No oil on the ground. No oil underneath the cowling. Engine's all right. Wheels are okay. Slew rings okay. Cylinders, hydraulic lines, tyres, cylinders. While we're here, we'll take our key out. Nothing on the ground over here. Wheels are looking okay. Hydraulic oil, fuel, all good. Blue ring, lights, boom, chassis, cylinders, lines, jib, electrical, hoses, basket. So we just got to pack up our work area, put our tools and equipment away, check our gear before we put it away, report any damage, and yeah, that's us.